Hello friends, welcome to Golden Angel Tarot. This is a timeless reading. This feels like things will happen in a month. Maybe up to a year, but I strongly get within a month energy. So before I start, as usual, I will give you the signs, synchronicities, dates, and whatever comes to my mind with related to the reading. So first thing that popped in my mind was these small souvenirs or statues of mine. So souvenirs might mean something to you. Obviously it is different places from different countries. Then I was giving Around the World from Daft. So this is a song from 1997. This might mean something to you. To quickly remind you, the song is Around the World, Around the World. So we love you, Daft. Okay. Then I got a loud airplane flying just before I started the reading. So aeroplanes, planes could mean, airlines could mean something to you. Other thing given to me was golden brown. Golden brown. So the Stranglers, golden brown, 1981. One of these might mean something to you also. I had no idea. I picked these beforehand, and the idea, when I said picked, it was given to me, and I had no idea that the golden brown video, music video of the Stranglers was actually shot in Egypt. And I'm wearing this bracelet of Macramé. I made it myself. The beads, or these are scarabs from Egypt. So scarabs or dung beetles could mean something to you. And turquoise also, turquoise comes from French, means Turkish. So the tower here in my native language, Galata Kulesi, Galata Tower, or Galata Tower, if it is more understandable. So here we have the pyramids, Egypt, Machu Picchu or Peru might mean something to you. That was given to me. Statue of Liberty, something to do with the Liberty, Lady Liberty. And I was given Treat Her Like a Lady from the Temptations. It might be some kind of synchronicity, or it might mean something to you. Obviously New York and USA. So we have, what else? Let me check my notes. Okay. So we have, for Egypt, we have Turkey. Now it's Türkiye officially. Istanbul might mean something to you since the tower is in there. I was giving the numbers 31, 26, and 333. So 31, 26, 333, and 1981 and 1997 are the years or dates or numbers. Of course, when you say Egypt, camels and ancient ruins might mean something. I got banana, so banana, the fruit, might mean something to you, or the color of the banana, like the one I'm wearing now. So this might mean something. Then I was given chocolate. And then, what else? That's it for now. So this goes between indulging yourself and traveling around the world. I think we will see what it is. So to save time, I will draw oracle cards beforehand. I will draw tarot cards with this deck in the video. So to save time, hopefully I will be able to do that. So let's start with your piles, your cards. The first one is the Judgment and Pyramids or Egypt. The pyramids, Egypt, Machu Picchu, Peru. One of these might mean something to you or might feel close. Second card, second pile is the Magician. With this one we have Turkey, Türkiye, Galata Tower, Istanbul. These might mean something to you. Maybe you will travel and you will have layover in one of these cities or countries. Third pile is the World and Statue of Liberty, Lady Liberty here. So I will put a close-up of the piles, the cards. You can pause, you can check 1, 2, or all of the decks might feel close, so it means you might have some message to get. So let's start with our decks. So welcome pile 1. You have chosen the Judgment card, number 20, and the Pyramids. So the oracle cards I pulled are 3rd house, number 50, 12th house, introspection, and card number 28, Jaguar. So let's start with the Judgment. With all these cards, the first energy I get is like a process of introspections, getting deep in your inner subconscious parts, changing, transforming your inner parts, inner feeling, inner world, shadow work is the first energy I get. So for Judgment, it is Pluto and Scorpio. So Pluto is sudden change, sometimes uncomfortable change, and also Scorpio is a death, rebirth, transformation energy. So this usually gives more like a in a more intellectual level change is the first energy I get. Also, Judgment is Saturn, Libra, exalted in Libra. So also, to awaken, to reinvent yourself, sometimes you need to face some hardships. So when we talk about this third house is, in this card, this talks about using the potential of your mind all the way. So here, like, you're opening a new portal, but this is inside your minds. And also with the 12th house, introspection, 12th house is the house of fears, secret enemies. These secret enemies could be outside forces or people or situations, or your thought patterns could be this enemy too. So also what I get here is, for this card, bottom of the deck is the snake. So if you are familiar, if you are following, we are in the year of the snake in Chinese calendar. As far as I know, if I'm not mistaken, until end of January, end of beginning of February. So like I said, I get like a 1 month period. The first thing when I got the cards, like all the piles, was 1 month energy. So again, like some shedding old skin, shedding all thought patterns, and aligning also with the Kundalini. It is thought that like there's a snake rising up through your spine, passing through all these chakras, and so it is also aligned with this. Maybe you are entering, or you are going to enter, your spiritual awakening, or some next level of your awakening kind of energy is what I get. And with Jaguar card, see, Jaguar is kind of Scorpio archetype too in the nature. They hunt. So, you know, for the 12th house, we talked about secret enemies, inner enemies maybe. So Jaguar is never a bait, it's always the hunter. So this gives me like, you are the Jaguar. See, also I'm seeing this moon here. Also moon is Pisces and 12th house and subconscious thing. So I think this is you hunting down your fears or your old patterns and shedding some skin. How you will do is, I'm not sure. Like I said in the beginning with the general signs and synchronicities, these could be through travel, through maybe researching some Egyptian mysticism, could be, or for pyramids were known for their as their mystical elements, constellations, astrology, also healing properties. So like I said, this could be physical or mental healing, but the energy I get here is a mental healing. And also with this card, the bottom of the deck is Neptune. So Neptune is also one of the rulers of Pisces, 12th house. Again, for 3rd house, it is Gemini. Gemini is communication, thoughts, people, like close circle, people around you, your siblings, your cousins, or your close friends kind of thing. So also it is the place of intellectual skills and communication. So like I said, I strongly get this intellectual inner dive and inner change of patterns is what I get. So let's get more guidance on this. So what's this about? What do we need to know? Seven of Swords, Queen of Wands, the Hierophant, Queen of Cups, and the Devil. So let me check. Okay, bottom of the deck is Seven of Pentacles. So as with these cards I get is first of all, we talked about mental space, so I strongly agree with this Seven of Swords card. So this talks about strategy, being smart, but sometimes we talked about bottom of the deck Neptune, and 12th house and Pisces is also prone to illusions. It could be illusions originating from your own mind or from others. So this gives me the energy of you clearing away your path from your illusions, and the swords are intellect, thoughts, and mind space. So you moving away from these illusions and moving towards more self-trusting, more confident, more courageous time. And also see with Jaguar and the Queen of Wands has familiars. Usually generally in tarot it's the cat. It also talks about her mystical powers too, like a familiar here. So this cat and this Jaguar feels quite similar. It gives me the same energy. And she has the lion as an extra. So you having more support than you know is the energy I get. Also, the Hierophant talks about being divinely guided, like we talked about. This could be a spiritual awakening, but also traditions or traditional thought patterns, being stuck in old ways. So I think the main heart of the matter is being stuck with old ways and moving towards that. So since we talk, okay, you trying to decide, you going between, oscillating between moving towards being confident, being courageous, and moving towards a new space, or you being stuck with your old ways and emotionally manipulating yourself or others. But I strongly get this is something to do with your inner thought patterns, your mind. This is your mind. Yes, so with this Seven of Pentacles and that, so I think you would have to contemplate on things, or somehow you would have to dig deep, and you have to change, you have to make fundamental change. See, with the Death here is watching its reflection here, and with the white headpiece here, I think finding clarity in the headspace and starting fresh, a new beginning, more high vibrational beginning is what I get. So since we got the main idea, what could be the challenges during this journey of yours? What could be the challenges? You being too impulsive and too being impatient, or not having the depth or patience to dig deep, hiding under this yellow cloak, this ego, hiding under this ego of yours, and not being courageous enough to face your fears could be an obstacle. And Empress is a beautiful card normally, but sometimes it talks about being in the comfort zone, being too stuck and happy with where we are, and being reluctant to take the necessary steps towards spiritual or personal development. And Page of Pentacles. So I think maybe the thought of being this is heavy work, shadow work, digging deep into your patterns and finding your wounds stuff is not easy. So I think this might feel burdensome, or feels like this is a long-term, long effort job. So you might not be too eager to take the first step, or taking these slow, determined, long-term steps. And Death. So again, I think you are scared of ending this comfort zone, or this way of thinking, stable thought pattern. You are afraid to end this, and this could be some of the obstacles in the mental space, you can say. So 5 of Swords is bottom of the deck. See, this person, it gives me the feeling of 8 of Swords thing. So victim mentality. I don't know what is keeping you stuck here, but you are kind of deceiving yourself and not volunteering to do the work necessary. I mean, this obviously in front of you, there's this broken sword or broken piece of that thing, that thought. So this is a broken thought pattern or situation that is not serving you well, but you are reluctant to see. You're not even looking at this side, you're looking in front of you, and you don't even see beyond. So, in order to do this, so what is the energy you can use? What should be the approach to this intellectual rebirth process of yours? What would help you go through this transformation more easily? What is the energy? Okay, this is the energy you should adopt. So this card talks about wisdom, knowledge, also magic, sorcery, and esoteric studies. Since somehow we got this matching witch themes with the decks, you might be into this esoteric, mysticism stuff. Also here we get that like spiritual energy for some of you at least. This card is air and ether. So we talked about working on your mental space. This makes sense. Also suggests adopting as an archetype Sagittarius and Pisces energy. So, you know, Sagittarius archetype is a wise one. Sagittarius travels, Sagittarius is curious, researches, learns, travels, finds new ways. So maybe you adopting new hobbies, going new places, trying to understand different points of views. Since we talked about third house communication, maybe communicating with your close circle or people you trust. And Pisces is more intuitive, 12th house and Neptune, so we got a lot of Pisces energy too. Pisces talks about meditating, going in. So if you're into these practices like meditation or more spiritual, esoteric stuff, you might work on that too. So in general, you making time to stay alone, yourself, taking time to yourself, doing whatever you like, whatever is healing for your mental space is, I think, will be able to help you with this. So if you find walking in the nature meditative, walk in the nature. If you can meditate, meditation is a great tool. I strongly advise it. I meditate every day, and a lot of people who meditate that I know are also, and even like a 15-minute meditation every day is known like in the scientific articles. It is proven to be helpful for both your mental and your body space. So yes, meditation, yoga could be it. And like I said, if you enjoy new information, reading books, taking time to read some books on your own could be useful. And for the relationships, maybe finding more, trying to bonds, finding deeper bonds with, or people who are deeper. Could be a friend who can talk about spiritual stuff, for example. And also this card talks about new beginnings and secret information being revealed. So maybe you might come across some secret information, like I said, healing properties of maybe Egyptian implementations. I don't know, that is the energy I get. So this is strongly mental space energy, and the general advice is go inwards, introspect, and find peace. So this was your reading. Good luck with this. It is easier said than done, but it is a lifelong journey usually. So I got this, like, could be immediate change, could be in a month, but it might go up to a year with this. But this is the energy I get. So this was your reading. If you liked the reading, feel free to hit the like button. If you are drawn to other piles, feel free to check them out. If you like to follow readings in other aspects of life, feel free to subscribe. Love and peace, friends. Good luck. Hello, pile 2. You have picked the Magician, number 1, and Galata Tower. Galata Tower in Istanbul, Turkey, now officially Türkiye. So I pulled oracle cards. First one is 8th house. I accept the transition period before the merge, it says. There's a white hand and a dark hand, and 8th house is the house of Scorpio, manifestation, transformation, and rebirth. And number 34, North Node, future. So again, with the manifestation, we are looking towards the future. And number 21, gather. So the first energy I get here is, like I said, manifestation. So I think you are in a transformative period, and with the magician has everything he needs here in front of him. Only thing to do is taking initiative and making things happen, moving towards the North Node, as is the gatherer. So gatherer also has everything it needs in front of her, see? So all you have to do is make things happen. This talks about maybe if you are working this negative shadow side of the archetypes. For the 8th house Scorpio, it is being too being too passionate about stuff and not seeing the deeper aspects. Like if you are deeply connected to a relationship, but actually it is not working for you, could be one example, or some routine, some habit you have, and it is not moving you out of your comfort zone, but you are too blind to see it. Maybe you are too, like I said, too passionate, too blind with your emotions to see logically, like sit down and think and like come to a conclusion that this is not working for you, maybe. And also this card with the negative shadow aspect talks about lack mentality. So maybe right now you are searching for more. Maybe you think you don't have the things that you need, but I think even if you don't have everything you need, but small amounts, remember you are in control of your future. So with whatever small things you have, you can start small baby steps and you can move towards something tangible. So let's get further guidance. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Queen of Wands, Eight of Swords, the Hierophant, Ace of Pentacles, Five of Swords, and Queen of Cups. I want to take one more. Okay, this one. And Temperance. So here we have, you might have some Taurus or some Sagittarius vibes. We talked about Scorpio and Gemini. Maybe you can have these placements, or you don't have to. Maybe you have some plans in these houses, in these signs. So like I said, King of Cups. So instead of, so for here again, victim mentality, what you have is already there, but you are reluctant to see the future, this start. Maybe it feels small, and you are see, both these cards have this like imprisonment in headspace vibe. So you are hiding behind your fences and not able to see that you have everything you need. You have the charm, you have the wit, you have the creativity, and you have the intuition, creativity. These both cards, these queens, feminine energies, talk about creativity and nourishment and intuition. So like we said, you already have these, whatever it takes for you to move forward, but somehow you are reluctant to realize this, or you are reluctant to transmute these energies, like some deep-rooted anger issues, some deep-rooted emotions which are not in control, are actually looking forward to see there is a crown, hidden crown here. So you seem to not see that you are already crowned and you are already walking the path. And waters always gives me this energy of purification and calmness and healing, and see like there's a light coming here, the angel wings. So I think deep down you should believe in these energies, the potential you have, the intuition you have, and also the divine is protecting you, but you have to snap yourself out of this victim mentality and become more emotionally stable with the King of Cups here. So the King of Cups, see how calm this feminine, I mean it's a king, but like a feminine energy again, but in control. So you can both nourish yourself, you don't have to be too controlling and tough, but you can also be in equilibrium with your feelings or passions or whatever is keeping you stuck in where you are. So we already talked about these, but let's check if there's obstacles. What is keeping you from moving forward? What are the patterns? See, your reluctance, all these cups in this deck, the cups all have flower in it. In classical tarot, these are just cups, but this is abundant, like we said. With the Magician, has everything on the table. The Gatherer has all this abundance around, and this. So somehow you are blind to the fact that you can actually make things. You are not limited to your environment or your mental space or whatever is keeping you stuck. And again, this is star, but with the water seer, this always gives me this healing energy. So you are reluctant to see, like, she is not looking at your reflection. You know, like if she looks beyond, she'll see this like sacred geometry, the stars shining, but she's just looking in front of her and thinking about what is missing in her life. When we say her, I talk about feminine energy, of course. And you might feel you are having a hard time balancing things out. And see, like, the necklace she's wearing looks like a key. So all this time, maybe she had the key in her neck. She was wearing it, but she is so focused on daily situations, things that are keeping her focus out of the real solution. And 7 of Cups. So there are many options, but this energy turned its back and reluctant to see that there are things she needs to leave behind. Also with this deck's bottom of the deck is the snake. So if you're following Chinese calendar, we are in the year of snake until end of January, beginning of February 2026. If you are watching close to that time, these are valid. If not, think about 1 month from now. So this is the Queen of Swords. So you are too critical about things. Like, you have created this mental prison and you are just too deep in the logic, and you are too, actually, with Cups, I think you are being logical, but actually your fears and like subconscious mind is somehow keeping you stuck. And also, like, small energy, small percentage is 8th house. Also talks about inheritance and like money we earn from other sources. So maybe your stuckness could be about this emotional troubles with the family, or your finances, or your emotional situation is somehow affecting your finances. Is a small percentage of energy is what I get. It's mostly, I think, your mental space, your intuitional emotional space, but it could be some little to do with this inheritance or other means of money or possessions. And bottom of the deck is Queen of Cups. So this is all about emotional space. If you get your emotion, if you get to a stronger place emotion wise, I think you have everything. You can do anything you want. You have the potential, is the energy I get. So you are being stuck by your own emotional instability. So what is the energy you should adopt approaching this? What could be helpful? This wants to come out. Beautiful, beautiful. Amazing. So when I was taking this card, it just separated, and then I put it back and it came again. So this is strong confirmation for this energy. So this card talks about Capricorn energy, being stable, but there's potential. Capricorn is not deeply emotional, at least they don't show outside. If there's something to be successful, they first go get it, go do it, then they have time. Maybe they have time for their emotions. I don't mean they're emotionless, but they fulfill their responsibilities, then they have time to get into despair, and they usually don't get into despair because whatever they put in their mind, they just make it. So being stable and decisive like the Capricorn. Also, this card talks about being in a threshold. So again, you are in a important part of your life where if you take one step forward, you will accomplish big things, whatever it is. But if you stay stuck with your emotional blockage, then I don't know what will happen. I mean, we can say once you're stuck somewhere, you'll stay stuck somewhere, but feels like the energies, the astrological signs, also planetary signs show that we are in a good time to manifest things, to make things happen. So this, like we said, Capricorn archetype. So know your limits, but don't be afraid to go beyond your limits, and be ready to transform. This is going to be an important transforming period in your life. So be open to these energies, be disciplined, be grounded, and don't get stuck in emotional waves, is what I get. So this was your reading, friends. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, feel free to hit the like button. If you like to follow other aspects, I give readings in other aspects of life, feel free to subscribe. And if you felt drawn to other decks, you can also check them. So love and peace, friends. Bye. Welcome, pile 3. You have chosen the World card and the Statue of Liberty, Lady Liberty. So the first cards I drew for you are 9th house. I learned from my mistakes, which is the house of Sagittarius. And the other card is number 51, Conjunction, Alliance. And this one is Hummingbird, 26. So 9, 51 and 26 might mean something to you, might be synchronicities, or 9, 6, 8. 968 could mean something to you. World card is number 21, 3 might mean something to you. So 9th house is, we talked about Sagittarius vibes. So here also with the World card, there's this could mean beginning a cycle, ending a cycle kind of vibe, but this could also mean travel around the world. I don't know how, I don't know when. So you might have Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Sagittarius placements in your chart. You don't have to, just the first impression I get here. And 9th house talks about travel, finding new places, also going beyond, talking about philosophy, learning new things, and also high education. So this could mean maybe you traveling somewhere else outside your country for a new education or a new job, or to live, maybe. That's the energy I get, first thing I get. Also, this card talks about alliances. So you can either find partners to collaborate with. There are 6 birds here: goose, geese. I'm not sure if it's a specific type of bird. I'm not sure if I know it. This card talks about so with the yellow color, it reminds me of the sun, the solar plexus kind of thing. So this card talks about collaborations, but also warns about maybe merging too much with others, meanwhile losing your personality, kind of warning. So while you will go around, push beyond borders, discovering the world, you might find some people to work with or collaborate with, but again, try to discern when to work alone and when to work as a group is the first thing I get here. And with the hummingbird also, hummingbird knows how to travel. It doesn't have to be a big move, it can be small. I see a small chick, so this chick is innocent and ready to explore the world. And also with the moon here, this could mean we just had a full moon in Cancer. So this might have something to do with the moon, or you following your intuition, or you being intuitive, or you being divinely guided. So like I said, I get really strong travel, find new areas, whether it be your education, whether it be your thinking patterns, whether it be your living situation or career promotion kind of thing. So let's get further guidance. What do we need to know about this? What do we need to know? So 7 of Cups. What I get is you having lots of options. You can't even begin to imagine what is in the cards for you. Luckily, we are reading them now. You have me to read. If you're not reading for yourself, we are interpreting what is in the cards. And Knight of Pentacles. So, like we said, this is small calculated steps, but also, since it's Pentacles, it could be about your health, your work, your physical world, whatever it is. And we have the Ace of Pentacles, so new beginnings, new bright beginnings. You don't even know what's hidden, what options or what is going to be opened to you when you move towards this option. And like I said, with this card, I strongly get divinely guided things. So this might feel like a destiny move, destiny offer. Maybe you will get some offer of collaboration which will make you move to a different place or different space, is what I get. What else? What else? So be mindful of, we talked about being adjusting to people, thinking lesser than them, maybe somehow confining yourself to some limitations, since it's swords, see like the key in her head. So this energy doesn't know she has potential or is limiting her potential unknowingly. And the Tower. So in general, classical tarot, there are people falling from the tower, but here we only see the structure. Like we said, if this is going to be a move towards some other country or different job, different education, higher education, or different country, this would be a foundational change for you. It doesn't have to feel like it is a negative thing, but it is a big change. It will feel like a big change. And Five of Cups. So like we said, these cups always have the potential. They are hopeful towards future, and they don't even know what lays beyond their scope of view. So you have many options. And here we have the Page of Cups. Again, this could be something to do with your creativity. Cups also talks about working with people, emotional intelligence kind of thing. So I think this will be a big move. It will start small, it will turn out to be a big one, and you will move to places where you have never imagined. Four of Cups. All the flowers in the cups, you see, in general tarot we don't have these flowers, but here all cups are given to you by the divine. All you have to do is reach out and take 1, 2, 3 or all cups. And Queen of Wands. So this queen in this deck, normally Queen of Wands has a cat with her, but this one has a lion too, and sunflowers like the Sun card. So you might have, we talked about Leo here, but again, Leo placements. Leo is Sun, managerial positions. I see all these yellows, so being confident with yourself, but like I said, small note of warning is be careful not to get too caught up. And bottom of the deck is, like I said, the Devil. This card is also the card of Capricorn. So I think being stuck in your old ways, or maybe thinking too rigid, not realizing your full potential, might be a thing here. You might be, like I said, mentally limiting your potentials or your options. I'd like to ask, we talked about everything, but I still would like to ask if there are any obstacles, that particular obstacles we need to know. What could be an obstacle regarding your approach? Okay, again, so not seeing you are abundant and you have the potential could be an obstacle, or what is given to you. And again, not being brave enough to make the first step, or make the call. Maybe some small communication might be expected of you, or not reciprocating the invitation because of fear. And here, Seven of Pentacles, person, this energy, this usually talks about waiting before doing the investment. So if you wait, you might miss this frame of opportunity. So this could be an obstacle. And King of Swords, again, approaching with a too harsh, too strict way of thinking, without considering the potentials, and like being stuck in your own way of thinking, or being too much in your mind and not being able to move could be an obstacle. And again, Knight of Cups. So we all talked about following your intuition, following your gut feeling, and not trusting your inner knowing. So I think you will know when to move, you will feel the energies, or you will be invited, and that is the time, without further thinking, you need to take that step. And Page of Swords. So Page of Swords, we talked about higher education, learning new skills. So I think bottom of the deck is you not trusting yourself with your skills, maybe your abilities or your capacity to do things. Cups also talk about heart space, heart chakra. Here I see this green. So in your heart, you are not maybe able to see your potential. So you are invited to see this potential, and instead of being fearful, take that step. Take that step and see where it goes. If it doesn't go anywhere, you won't regret that you didn't try. You can say, I tried and I failed. And we all through our lives, we try and fail. And it's the normal cycle of life. So what is the energy you should approach this situation, this education, this promotion, whatever it is? Okay, this one wants to come out. So this card talks about creativity and freedom and joy. So we talked about all these cups, the creativity and intuition part. So this, we see the red here, but also this is the card of orange. Again, the sacral chakra, creativity, passion, our vital force. And I see something like here, it looks like Aries zodiac sign to me. It's not, it's her pattern of her blouse, but I see it like a Aries. So Aries takes action. Aries doesn't think. Aries acts, then thinks. Sometimes they're too impulsive, but this is the energy you should adopt. You should be impulsive regarding this opportunity that you're going to have. And also the element of this card is air. Air is intellectual, air is free flowing and motion and newness. Also this card represents the zodiac sign Aquarius. Here we talked about Taurus, Leo, Aquarius and Scorpio. So being free, being more on the collective side, we talked about this Alliance card. And new and creative opportunity is waiting for you. And this is going to bring joy and freedom. And in your emotional or personal or professional relationship, you will also be looking to find some emotions and some joyous aspect, freedom, like the Sagittarius we talked about. And you should, small warning, as in health, you might want to stay optimistic and find some creative ways to cope with stress if you're stressed. And like we said, I think this is kind of an invitation for a collaboration or new project or new job, whatever it is, or new education. So concentrate on that. And this balance between your individuality and your teamwork will be the key to success, I think. So this is the energy you should adopt. This was a reading, my friends. Good luck. I hope you find joy and happiness in whichever endeavors you set sail to. And if you like the reading, feel free to hit the like button. If you like to follow I give readings on other aspects of life. If you'd like to follow more, feel free to subscribe. If you're drawn to other decks, feel free to check them. So this is it. Good luck, have fun, love and peace, friends. Bye.